Today we are breaking apart a pair of very popular running shoes. Stay tuned. These are the 21st iteration of the Adidas ULTRABoost, and they've got some improvements over the previous model. Take a look. Okay, let's dive into it. Appearance-wise, you can spot this from a mile away, and that is mainly because of the big, chunky, thick ULTRABoost heel. Adidas claims these are a 10mm drop shoes, but together with the insole, that drop will feel like an actually 12mm one. That is a considerable amount. The sock-like upper, on the other hand, is in the opposite direction, very subtle, in grey and black colors. Sewed to the upper, plastic units on each side accomplish the lacing structure and come in an also subtle grey shade and incorporates the three Adidas stripes in metallic silver. The Adidas logo can be spotted in the front of the sneakers and on the top in high visibility line that matches the insole, and the ULTRABoost logo in the heel area. We can also find subtle mentions of features with boost writing on the outside of soles, prime knit just under the ankle, Adidas LEP in the front area, and Continental rubber in the very front. But more on that when we discuss features. Still in the looks department, the shoe tops off with a prolonged stylized heel tab built into the design and doubles as a pull loop. Materials wise, the upper is built like a sock using Primeblue, that Adidas claims to be a recycled material made in part with Parley ocean plastic. I like that. Plastic is reusable to a certain extent. This prime knit material has no lining on the interior to facilitate cooling. As I have mentioned before, the laces units are made from a malleable plastic and the insole is foam with a textile upper with a message that gives you a reminder of the materials used in building this knit. Now maybe the most noticeable improvement over the ULTRABoost 20, besides the appearance, is the midsole. As in previous models, the famous ULTRABoost technology is used here too, with small distinct beads crammed together to form a performance durable midsole. The only difference being, and this is what Adidas claims, that this version sees 6% more boost capsules to improve the energy return in each step. That sounds good on paper, but it could have a downside. But also more on that later. The outsole is 100% Continental rubber web that is indeed very grippy and durable and offers traction in wet and dry surfaces. The toes area is reinforced using a flexible material glued to the upper on the interior. Speaking of the interior of the shoes, in the back we have spotted a soft padded nylon that feels great and will make your heel area happy. Let's discuss the features of these sneakers. First of all, we have to talk about the upper. Those of you who have worn knitted uppers before surely know that on the bright side, this material is very accommodating. It is very comfortable, elastic, breathable, and also very easy to get them on your feet. You just slip them on like a sock and you're ready to run, without the need of a more common split tongue. This upper is made from one piece and does a great job. And for those who have wide feet, this upper will not constrain you thanks to its stretchiness. But on the downside, this upper is way too permissive and these shoes can become loose on sharp or sudden turns, especially in the front. What comes to the rescue is the foam padded heel area that is also supported on the sides by plastic panels made from LEP material, and that gives you back the much needed direction changing capabilities and overall stability that these sneakers lack in the front. Also, the heel counter intentionally lacks any rigid support to reduce overload on the Achilles tendon. Okay, but what is this LEP material that I have already mentioned twice so far? Adidas LEP torsion system replaces the original torsion system because Adidas claims that this new one brings with it an improvement in forefoot bending stiffness by 15%, and that translates in a more responsive midsole. Basically, when forefoot bends due to running strokes, the ULTRABoost beads, together with the Continental rubber outsole alone, won't be able to bounce back as in a spring action. And here, this insertion of LEP plastic material in the midsole comes into play to straighten the shoe stance at the end of the stride to catch the next stroke. This facilitates a forward motion by using your weight to compress the spring and the decompression to push you upward and forward. Speaking of forward motion, let's draw conclusions. So, The 21 model features some improvements over the previous one, but enough to make you upgrade? I really do believe that these sneakers excel in durability and will swallow miles and miles. I would not recommend these sneakers to those of you who prefer flattened outsole shoes that give more feedback to your feet. Also, not the fastest running shoes out there, and also not the lightest or cheapest. If you are interested in a pair of very cheap running shoes, check out this one up here, where I review a pair of affordable capable ones. What do you think about these sneakers? Are you using them in your runs? Please comment below. I am very interested in your experience so far with these sneakers. As for me, see you in the next one.